This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. The Wolverines' offense is on the field for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active and a weapon.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He breaks a tackle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
So the USC Trojans offense will go to work for the first time today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the...
Running toward the tape. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Marks. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Smashes through. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. On the run, it's Marks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Moss. Fires to the tight end. It was one of the more shocking moves in the whole history of conference realignment with USC joining the Big Ten. The question for me, does USC adjust to the Big Ten, or will the Big Ten have to adjust to SC?
Well, I know one thing. USC is going to bring a lot of flash.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Fast, physical, and disruptive, Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups, guys that you know if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to... And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Caught in the backfield. It's Hudson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Makes the grab over the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On second down, he'll let it fly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Georgia Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lane. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Hudson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. On the ground, it's Marks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that field goal could have iced the game, but with the miss, you still got a close one.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Grab near the marker. It's Loveland. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To the air, it's Warren. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Loveland. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Give to the running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist-deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of